Agriculture accounts for a quarter of the GDP of Kenya's economy, generating 45% of income and contributing more than half of foreign exchange earnings. However, experts feel that there is huge potential for the harnessing of irrigation in East Africa's largest economy.
Kenya has about between 500,000 to 600,000 hectares of land, uplands that could be irrigated. And out of that is only about a seventh, 80,000 hectares of that 500,000 that is actually irrigated. And so there is tremendous potential of land that could be brought under irrigation.
To be food secure in this country, we need to go irrigation way. And as you are aware, you know our rain patterns have changed, where seasons could be predicted before. Now it's no longer the case. We are having short rainy seasons which cannot sustain crop production. Yet we need food.
Compared to other countries in the region, Kenya still lags behind in the adoption of irrigation, creating huge room for growth of the sector at a time when food prices have been on an upward trend.
In Kenya, with the current water resources that we have, we can irrigate about 540,000 hectares. And we can drain, because also we talk about irrigation and drainage, we can drain over 600,000 hectares. So we are talking about over 1,000,000 hectares that can be put under irrigation. But as of today, we have barely above 100,000 hectares that has been put under irrigation. So already you can see we have about almost 900,000 hectares that we can irrigate using the prevailing water resources.
Already there are signs by the country to invest over 12 billion shillings on irrigation schemes to reduce its dependence on rain-fed agriculture and grow more high-value crops.
We also have a large number of areas that are wetlands which could, with some drainage, be brought into the irrigation. And that is something like another 500, 600,000 additional hectares over and above those uplands that could be irrigated. So we're talking almost 1 million plus hectares of land that could be brought into irrigation, and a good part of that could grow rice. Then you could also go into, in terms of irrigation, into vegetables, high-value crops, fruits and vegetables. Livestock could benefit a lot from irrigation in terms of growing fodder crops, so that during the dry period between one rainy season and the next, we don't have problems of milk because we will have continuous supply of feed to livestock.
Kenyans should expect that if we take a business approach to how we look at our farms or how we produce our food on our farms, we can actually do a lot more during the year by having 2 or 3 or even 4 seasons during the year. And that will increase the intensity of production. We will have more food available in our local markets. There will be a lot more food within our communities to share, and therefore it's the way to go.
Kenya has the potential to become the grain basket in the region, and in taking this cue, some community development organizations such as KCDF under its Ustawi initiative has been in the forefront by creating awareness for farmers in the rural areas.
We recognize a big problem of food security, and our strategy for food security, addressing food security, is to increase the amount of land that is on continuous production using drip irrigation. So what we are doing now is to mobilize the communities that we work with to be able to use the approach of conserving water, harvesting and conserving water, and using that water to start micro irrigation programs.
Drip irrigation has increased productivity in this place, in that you can grow the crop throughout the year without waiting for the rains to come.
Despite the immense benefits offered by the use of irrigation, challenges have remained, with most farmers complaining about the investment outlay required for its adoption in their farms.
A lot of our water catchments within the communities have been managed badly. and therefore the rivers are not flowing anymore, and the streams or the catchment areas are becoming dry. So that is one of the inhibiting factors. Secondly, it's just a lack of information and knowledge, because most communities in the past used gabions, they used terraces, and all those were ideas or concepts of irrigation. But many of those ways of irrigation are water intense.
Living in a rain deficit area, and as such, sometimes you have to use water from a distance. Let's say you have to carry water to bring and put into the bags, you see, so that we can irrigate. But that doesn't hinder us from progressing in terms of farming, this kind of farming.
And as Kenya taps into this potential, it is expected that the country will double productivity, creating food security for its citizens as well as surplus for its exports.